How's it going, Corey?
Life has been pretty good, man. Had a lot of different major changes and things that have happened in the past few weeks, so things have been good.
That's great to hear, man. You want to take the pistol round, get this started off nice?
I can definitely start off the pistol round here. Had to kick on the volume here. So for kicking things off, of course, we've got for Area 51 going to be starting off on the counter-terry side. We have Aria as well as Disciple, Lawson, Darky, and Nitro. And on the other side, you may know him, Cloud9. You've got Sean Gare, Simphis, Shroud, as well as Hiko and Nothing. As we'll go ahead and take a look at the setup overall, where we've got, looks like Cloud9 is going to go ahead for that shock and awe tactic and start to head over there towards that mid-region. Hiko going to start things off, taking down Disciple. And we got a battle there. Hiko will fall there to Nitro, going back and forth as they push there towards that A bomb site. Have a rotate there. We're still one inside a boiler. That's going to be Nitro. He finally falls, as now it's going to be down to this 2-on-3. And Aria now the last man standing, pushing around. They've got to know exactly where he's at now. Shroud's right there on the other side and finishes things off as Cloud9 will pick up the first round here on Inferno.
Oh, man, I almost lost it there with the confetti in there. But it was a great round from Cloud9. Pushed straight up alt and just got right in their faces, like you said. A shock and awe kind of tactic here. Able to take that pistol round from Area 51. And they got up middle and they just weren't able to get the trades after the first couple ones. As you are going to see some CZs hanging out on Area 51. We got one Nova. That's going to be Aria. He's going to be hanging out over at the B bomb site. It's going to have a little bit of a standard 3-player A, 2 people at B. As Cloud9 looks like they're going to be trying to do the same kind of tactic as last time, not as aggressive. They are going to be coming up. Nitro's going to take a lot of damage in middle, down to 19 HP, as Cloud9 is going to be clearing out apartments and working up towards trying to get that middle control. Real passive setup now from Area 51 on this eco round. Now, you will note that they are all armored up except for Aria. He's the only one not armored. He's chilling over there at B, but head armor on 3 of the 5 players up for Area 51. Nitro being one of those, down to 19. As it's just a real kind of slow work. It looks like it's definitely going to be an A hit for Cloud9. Working him into the side. They're going to find one balcony. That's going to be Simphis taking out the first kill of the round. Here comes a trade in from the side. Not going to connect with anything off the bat. Players flooding out. There's the kill for Darky. It's a team kill, unfortunately. Shroud is able to pick him up. So not starting it off well on the eco is Darky taking out his teammate. And now it is all down to Aria and Lawson. They are going to be your B players. Aria just going to hang out. And it looks like Lawson's just going to chill down at the bottom of stairs. And just really did not go for plan for Area 51 trying to hold on to the bomb site. And Darky just decided his teammate's head was just too shiny and just put a couple bullets in the back of it. And we're going to see Cloud9 looking to find these last 2 players hunting around. Simphis is surely going to run into that player in construction here before too long, which is going to be Aria with that shotgun. He has the ability to pick it up, but he does have a teammate there to trade. Simphis does. There's the kill for Aria. He's going to have one more right around the corner. He's going to try and pick him up. He's not going to get him off the back. Can he finish the kill? And it looks like it's going to happen. So Aria and Lawson able to make something out of that, taking out 4 guns for Cloud9. So made a little something out of nothing there.
Worked out for Area 51 there at the end. I mean, what we saw there, of course, Cloud9 completely just kind of working things out. They're able to get there towards that A-bomb site. Just kind of a traditional CZ save. You had Aria who decided to go ahead and buy that Nova and ended up getting able to trade there for the AK. So what they're going to do is they're going to put a lot more pressure on Aria here with this AK. They have got 4 players over there set up, kind of a Russian-style tactic here in terms of if Aria dies, going to try to be able to pick that AK back up and make something happen. But quickly, as you look over on the other side of the map, over there towards the A-bomb site, Disciple's going to have a pretty big battle here on his own side. We'll see if he might be able to open things up, at least being able to get one quick pick. They do have Lawson, who's on the rotate there through that CT spawn area. He's going to be able to pop out there. Shroud will be able to finish things off. And so now you're going to see Aria. He's going to try to save that AK, keep it for the next round. Darky and Nitro will keep there with him as well, just kind of slowing things down. So quickly be on the lookout for Cloud9 to be chasing after that AK. As you can see immediately already, you've got 3 players pushing down there inside of mid. And we'll see if they might be able to pick up one. Nitro's just on the other side of the concrete there, waiting in there in sandbags. And see if he might be able to get a pick here. Really, again, they're trying to be able to do the same exact thing what they did before. Nitro able to pick up one. Look out for that CZ. As nothing's still pushing around here. They're trying to be able to clear out this site. Nice nade over the top there. Just over there. It looks like they will be able to save the AK here again. Darky just going to kind of hang out there, just being that support, slowing things down. And so now they'll be able to make the score 3-0 now in favor of Cloud9, and they maintain and hold on to that AK. Arya will be able to buy himself an M4, and they'll move on here and see what happens here in this first real gun round.
Yeah, and this is going to be Area 51's first opportunity to try and prove to us that this game isn't going to go to, I believe, what a lot of people are thinking, and they're just expecting Cloud9 to just kind of push over Area 51 without a whole lot of resistance. So we're going to see what Area 51 can do to try and make the game not turn out a way a lot of people have predicted it, but we are going to see the same kind of start from Cloud9, getting up in apartments and getting that control real quickly with 3 players all the way up at the end of halls. You got 2 players hanging out at mid, and Area 51 has 2 players right down below over by the truck side. Here comes one player coming out. That's going to be nothing, going down to Disciple. Here comes a push up. Metal Shroud gets another one, and there goes Nitro treading in. Sean Garrett's picking up Nitro, though. It's down to a 3-on-3, 1 inside. Eagle's going to pick up the frag, and now it's going to be down to a 1-man advantage for Cloud9. Those 2 players remaining for Area 51 are going to be rotating from the B bomb site, and they're going to have a lot to do if they want to try and bring this round back. 2 players playing in pit for Cloud9. As just flashes raining in, Lawson cannot see a single thing. He's going to spot Eco jumping up, so he does put a kill back in the favor. Can he pick up a second? Yes, he does. He has one more player to deal with in pit. That's going to be Shroud all by himself, 19 points of health. He picks up a beautiful flick shot on Lawson, but the defuse is coming in, and it looks like Arya just might get it, and he does! Wow, what an intense round right at the end there, and Area 51 comes out on top, but not without the damage being dealt.
Now, you look at it, exactly what happened there. There's a reason why they picked up Shroud. I had the chance to be able to talk with Hiko back at the ESEA land before, and he already educated me of what they are trying to plan on doing. They knew for a fact that they were going to go ahead and pick up Shroud, especially from what they've seen so far. They also wanted to make sure and see what Shroud could do. But let's go ahead and start things off here right off the gates. You're going to have Arya picking up that first op headshot there onto Sean Garrett, and they're going to go ahead and slow down that push over there towards Banana side. Of course, you do have Lawson that's right there on the other side. Picks back out. Arya picking up his second one now. And so now he's going to see if he can continue that streak so far. Missing that. Don't make that this third one. Almost picks up his fourth. As now Arya is just trying to lock down the B-bomb site. Brown has had enough, as now it's going to be down to this 3-on-2. A quick rotate. They've got 2 players that are moving over towards that Banana side. That's going to be Disciple and Darky. Nothing in Shroud on the backside of the site. Smoking things off here, just waiting. Bomb planted over there. Close quarters there and towards that sandwich area. Now nothing. Picking up a nice headshot onto Nitro. He's got the crossfire action. Great team shooting that's happening here. And nothing picks up 3 in the round. Shroud picking up 2. And now the score is going to be 4-1 as Cloud9 back on the board.
And if there would have been any real support from Arya's teammates there, being able to even pick up 1 kill, that would have put it a lot more in advantage, or to maybe go in favor of Area 51. But it was all Arya that round, chiming with the only 3 frags that Area 51 got. And that's going to force them onto an eco now. They're not going to have any armor, just a couple of CZs. They got 2 CZs, some USPs, and 1 player, that's going to be Disciple, rocking the classic P2000. And we're going to just see kind of the same thing from Cloud9 again. They're going to be working up middle. This time they're going to be all going towards the actual middle area, opposed to going into apps like the last gun round. And they are going to run into 2 players that are stacked up in apps. 1 player over in that arch cubby pocket. He's going to get hit pretty hard with a nade. Sean Garrett picks up 1 on the Banana side, and there's a nade kill coming from Shroud. But 1 player, that's going to be Arya, is able to pick up Sean Garrett. And there is nothing fragging out Nitro, so 2 players left up for Area 51. 1 is Disciple in alt mid. He's about to run into a couple players. The bomb is right around the corner, but he's going to look away. He looks back and he picks up the kill, but Savage is able to take him out. Hiko cleans it up, and that's going to be another round, making a 5-1 for Cloud9.
Yeah, so far they're playing extremely well here. And this is kind of what we had probably anticipated here from Cloud9 here against Area 51. The players to be on the lookout for, of course, for Area 51 is Arya and Lawson. And right now, feeling sorry for Darky, because there's the way right now he's sitting at -1 and 5, and that all started from the pistol round, or the earlier round, where he just kind of turned on his teammate and got a nice solid headshot. But of course, right now, he's just trying to look to be able to even back up at 0. On the other hand, though, you got Shroud sitting at 10 and 0 so far. And, of course, that one round where he was trying to make something happen, but there was that smoke that dropped right there where we got that diffuse. So now we'll come back around. Sean Gare spraying around. He's going to have his teammates start to push up here in just a second. Lawson able to pick up one with that 5-7. And now it's left up to Lawson and Arya. They're going to be on a quick rotate here. Lawson did pick up an AK. It'd be smart to hold on to it. As Simp is missing with that op, he did spot him, so be on the lookout. They're going to be on a quick chase here on Cloud9's perspective now. Sean Gare's just over the top watching there to see that entry towards the T-side apartments. Of course, a nice shot there by Arya, be able to pick up an AK there. He's going to hightail it out of there, head over there towards Banana. He needs to look out, though. There's going to be Hiko. He's going to be able to pop him now. And still trying to hold on is going to be Lawson as he's going back and forth, to and fro, and Sean Gares will finish things off 6-1 now, a 5-round lead in favor of Cloud9.
And Cloud9 is really starting to pull away with this one. I'd feel like we suspected, and we're going to see another gun round coming out from Area 51, so we'll see what they're able to do with this one. They are going to throw an op up on Arya again, so this is going to be the second time he's going to have an opportunity with the op. He did shut down 3 players last time over at B, so we'll see what happens this time. They are going to be sending him towards the middle area, maybe trying to get a peek over there onto T stairs, which there are a couple of Cloud9 players over there, but he's not going to see anything. He's just going to be watching for that pit play right down there. He's going to do a little spam and not pick anything up, but this time we're sending a little more B pressure from Cloud9 with 3 players faded towards that side of the map with their 2 over in apps, and a good nade's going to come in and take Arya down 260 HP, and he's going to have to fall back and play a little bit more passive than I think he would like to do right now. But we are going to see a couple of players for Cloud9 working up B. One of them is going to be Nothing leading in there, followed closely behind by Sempus. Nothing is able to pick up Lawson. He's got one more player to deal with. Can he pick up? He's going to tag Nitro down to 40 HP. Nothing, though, has taken quite a bit of damage himself, down to 38. Hiko also taking damage on the round on another part of the map, as it looks like Cloud9 is working back towards that B push. And there's no rotates yet. Here come the rotates in. One player is going to rotate as there's Nitro picking up one. Sempus able to take out Nitro. No players in sight for Area 51. And we're going to see a couple of spans coming in from Arya, not able to pick anything up as they get Molotov and stuck away from pushing into the site. So Cloud9 buying some time with that Molotov to get into good post-plant positions. And it looks like they're going to do a one player, that's going to be Sempus picking up an op kill, Shroud taking out the Disciple, and Sempus picking up the third and final kill of the round. And now it's going to be 7-1, and Cloud9 is just running away with this one.
This is just what Cloud9's all about. I mean, they've got a perfect little default setup. The way that they kind of spread themselves throughout the map, you've got Hiko that's typically working over there towards the Banana side. Sometimes he can be joined there by Nothing later in the round. But really, I mean, they just got a perfect little setup how they start things off there in the get-go. I mean, we'll go ahead and take a look at the overview. This may be a little bit of difference, what we see with the other team having CZs and a Deagle in hand. But right now they're going to be able to push up there. Sean Gare's able to pick up one. Take that back. That was actually Disciple who took out Sean Gares, and now we're going to be left up down to a 3-on-3. And that's going to be Nitro who's stuck inside of the B-bomb site, playing this close quarters combat with that CZ in hand. He's able to spot Sempus just tapping away there, and it looks like he's going to be taken out there by Sempus. And so now you've got Arya who's just going to go ahead, and this is what we've seen him do numerous times now, trying to save. He's not going to be able to push up. Maybe looking for some exits here later in the round. But on the other side, you've got Darky, who will also be looking for exits. So really, they're trying to set up on both sides, see what they can do. Take a look at the current money. They're completely stacked there for Cloud9's perspective. And Shroud will be able to finish things off. They know for a fact now that probably they've got the CT spawn area that they can exit through. And Arya is just going to lurk about, waiting for that exit here. I mean, so far we've seen Cloud9 just running away with this one, and Arya just living on a prayer. They're trying to pick up that Deagle kill, and so now we're at 8-1, and really you can see that Cloud9 have just been in complete control throughout the game. Be on the lookout, though, this time, though, for the that default setup that I mentioned before.
And Area 51's about at that point where they're going to be able to buy every round without being real interrupted. Due to the fact that they haven't won a round since the first gun round, actually, of the game. So we are going to be looking, as you are going to see that sort of same default that you were talking about. 3 players all the way up alt, and then 2 other players coming up mid. So they're doing a little bit more of a mid push as Darky picks up an op frag in middle. Nothing tries to pick him up on the escape, but it's not going to happen for him. So that's going to give Area 51 a man advantage right now, which they really need if they want to try and win this round. Nothing coming straight up mid. He's going to try and pick up a kill. He picks up Disciple. What a great entry from nothing. He's just going to come back around and he takes out Nitro. And he's just going to take a site all by himself and just leave these two players over by Moto just completely cut off. And they're going to get the bomb down and just go into good post plant. Picking up from the site now is going to be nothing. He's going to pick up another one. Great kill on Darky. And now it is just team nothing versus the world right now. Just taking out everyone in his path. 3 frags already on the round. And now it looks like Area 51 are just going to hightail it out of there, picking up the op and dipping. And what that round was just all nothing, and I don't really know what else to say. Nothing just came straight up truck, and he just destroyed Area 51. Just caught them all on flanks, and he's going to keep looking. Arya's going to leg a player jumping across, which is nothing. Nothing picks up another kill, so nothing on the ace. Trying to find it, he's not going to get it. He's going to get denied the ace, but nothing just going completely nutty as Hiko picks up the last one, and I can't keep saying nothing because he's just destroying everybody.
So one of the things that we look at right away, and if I was in Disciple's shoes right now from Area 51, he was the player that was over there towards the port side, and he heard the players running there through the apartments, so immediately he gave it that area up. He had 2 players that were watching the cross there from the CT side. He went to toss the smoke. He had a perfect smoke to block off the apartment so that way he could regroup, but then immediately that's where nothing went on his tear, and he pushed right through that smoke. They pushed right after there, so his teammates for Disciple didn't give him any backup. And from there, that's where everything kind of opened up. And again, one of the things that I've always said, I'm a true believer in the fact that if you're going to save a weapon, then save it. Never once should you ever put yourself into a situation where you're running away and then you peek at the last second, because then, well, guess what? You're not saving anymore. You're not going to do any damage to a team as they're going to go ahead and push in there. They've quickly dropped 3 of them. But again, you're not going to do any damage to a team whenever their economy is so large. Just on the fact, if you look at just the death sides, if we're on Area 51's perspective here, they're just going to try to be able to look for some exits. Darky and Lawson will probably try to save with these weapons as Cloud9 will go for the chase. But again, whenever you're looking at it from the death perspective or from the other side, you can see that they haven't been dying that often, so you can really kind of look at it, okay, they have money. They have the economy. And so we really should just save our weapons. And that kind of goes into the next round here. You'd mentioned the economy bonus as we move forward throughout the game. Again, they've only won the 4th round, the first gun round of this game. And one of the kind of the counters to that, you mentioned that they would be able to buy from here on out. The reality to that is that they'll be able to buy sparingly throughout that. And so they'll be able to buy here and there. That's why this round you saw that they had Mag 7s, a FAMAS. They weren't able to completely buy what they used to, like the T's would in case they were on that economy boost that numerous round loss there.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said about saving, they are not saving their weapons. Like, when they lost a player way late in the round, and you're 100% right, because there's no way they can break Cloud9's economy from probably now to the end of the half, unless they just go on a complete tear where they just destroy every single player and not allow anyone to... Go ahead.
I want to kind of go back to the fact the score right now is 10-1, and so you on the CT side you should be making waves. You shouldn't actually be even saving weapons now. You should start to make some gutsy plays, take some risks here, and this time you can see Arya pushed up there to pick up that first kill.
Yeah, and it looks like they do have the man advantage already off the bat. Arya's going to pick up a second one on Semp, so that's already looking good for him now. But if they win this round, which they are in the area of being able to do it, as it is going to be an arch, but Darky picks up 1. That's going to be nothing going down. 2 players left up for Cloud9. One's going to be peeking out of that boiler area. Both players actually are right there. One of them is going to be Hiko hanging out in the back as Shungar tries to pick up something, peeking out, but nothing's going to happen as of yet. 4 players are already over at A. Arya picks up another one in the round. That's 3 for him, and it's all on Hiko. The clutch master going out worked, but he's not going to have anything. But the important thing going into this next round is now Area 51 does not have that bonus, and here's where they need to buckle down and win these next 3 rounds, because if they lose this one, they're not going to get much. If they get another round on this half, I would be surprised.
Well, so right now what they've done, how they've set themselves up, if you look at it, they're right around that 1,500 mark or more. Lawson's going to be sitting okay going into the next round. But really what they're going to end up doing, they'll probably either decide to go ahead and buy CZs and then go ahead and buy for I believe that would be the final round or the second to last round. But this really is not going to make a difference as Arya kicks things off, picks up the first one with that off. And we'll see if he can be able to hold his ground there as Lawson, he's given him some cover there. They actually smoked out that region. See if that nade will cause any damage. Oh, caused a little bit of a damage there. 1 HP as Hiko sitting at 99 now. But right now you've got 4 players starting to push over there towards that area. Lawson through the smoke able to take down Simphis. You know that Corey's going to be a little upset there. And Arya's been able to pick up 3 so far. That op is lethal. And that's why we kind of go back to the fact that whenever he tried to save that op before, and Lawson, oh no, he's able to take out his own teammate. And so now it's going to be down to this 3-on-1 nothing. He's going to try to make something happen here. They've got the round share so far. And there goes Disciple finishing things off 3-10 now as heading into the last couple rounds here.
Yeah, and they were able to get that round. Unfortunately, the team kill came in, which pretty much broke Lawson's money real bad. But they are going to be able to buy, so they'll have full rifles on everybody, and for the most part, full nades. And the only person who's not going to have a kit is going to be Arya. So still pretty full bot, but now they're in a situation where they're only going to be able to buy. One person is only going to be able to buy next round, which obviously they won't go for. They'll be saving for the last round. But we're going to see what Cloud9 is going to do. They're going to be doing their aggressive mid. Already players flying up. Nothing's already in porch already, just running straight to the flash, doesn't even care. Hiko picks up the first kill of the round. Nitro and Darky respond though, taking down Sempus and nothing. Hiko gets his second, and there's Shroud picking up the third, and Sean Gares with the fourth of the round, leaving it all on Arya with that op in hand. And this is not what Area 51 wanted to happen at all, because now they're surely going to be poor for the last round, or for the next round after this, which is the last round, but they're surely going to be poor for the last round, and they're just going to have to broken by, and they're just putting themselves in a really tough situation to pull out of. If I were Arya, I would just save right now. I would completely book it, get out of there, hold on to that op, but it looks like he wants to try and make something of it.
Disciple should be able to buy him going into the next one if he really wants that op back.
Yeah, but he is able to pick up Hiko, so he's just trying to pick up some more kills, stat pad a little bit, because he's not breaking any. Well, actually, Cloud9 has actually got quite a few poor people. He's going to take out another one in. We are going to see probably one player not being able to buy on Cloud9, at least a full buy, which is going to be nothing, and then really broken money for Area 51. So we'll see how this one pans out going into this round.
Yeah, taking a look at the setup, you can see Darky, he's going to end up buying a Nova 5.7 there in the hands of Lawson, so of course they're going to do whatever they could. You had Arya, who actually bought an M4 for his teammates, and because he had the economy, and as well as Disciple, he's able to full buy. They do have a pretty decent chance here going into this round, as Arya's going to play aggressive here, picks up the first one, he's going to fall. Now they're going to have to rely completely on this fact that they're going to rotate all the way back around and try to get this retake now. Smoke's working back around. Now they're going to notice that this bomb site is completely clear here in just a moment. But the rotate has happened. It's happened pretty quickly now. They haven't been able to push in, but they will set up shop, plant the bomb inside of B. They're over on top of Grill. And now there you have Disciple picking up that first nade kill, down to this 3-on-4, just tapping away Hiko through the smoke, spraying with that AK. And so now it's going to be left up to Sean Gares. Sean Gares with the op in hand, misses that op shot. And now it's going to be a round going here to Area 51, 11-4. Really, in the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you have, as long as you have something to get the job done.
Yeah, and they showed us that right there. It didn't matter what guns they had. We had a Nova and a 5.7 bought on Area 51, and they were able to take it. But halftime score, like you said, is going to be 11-4, as I believe we're going to have to reconnect to the server. I am. So we'll see how that goes. Were you able to stay in the server, or did it drop you as well?
I'm still in the server.
That was strange. All right, well, I'll be back in a second.
And it looks like we will be starting things off here going into the second half now. Again, as we kind of look at throughout, Shroud sitting at 15-5 overall. I started off the game at 7-0. But of course, as things kind of pan out, you really don't have control over what happens after that. Luckily enough for Darky, he did hop onto the scoreboard. He's sitting at 2-13 now, and we'll have to give him a little party favor, pop out the Zeus. And so now we'll kick things off. Take a look at the setup so far. You got Hikos and Sean Gares over there towards the B side. Sif is going to decide to play a little bit more aggressive there inside of mid. He's pew-pewing, but he will get taken down there by Lawson. And so now they're going to go ahead and start to be able to push up there towards that mid-region. CT Art side is going to be on hold there by Hiko. Hiko picks off Lawson. And now it's going to be down to this 3-on-4. Nitro low on health, but he's still going to cause enough damage there to be able to shut down Shroud. Finally, Nitro is going to fall. And Sean Gares actually rotated back over there towards the B side. Has a little trick up his sleeve, knowing that they're going to be on a quick rotate. Takes down the bomb carrier, and now you're going to see a quick rotate happen here from Nothing. And he spotted both of those players. They now know exactly where they're at. You can have Nothing quickly rotate, pulls his knife out. And the bomb is going to go ahead and get planted here inside the B side. Nothing is going to be lurking about. And actually, Darky has given up his complete backside. And then, as it looks like Nothing just popping away, they're going to be able to kind of crossfire here as Nothing has to reload. Going to go ahead and push inside the site. And we'll have enough time to be able to try to get this long defuse. And so now Cloud9 will be able to take this one 12-4 now, as they continue to extend this lead here over Area 51.
And I feel like Area 51 definitely could have had that round. They put themselves in a situation to win it, but then their post-plant spots just... I mean, I know they were getting pressured from Sean Gares right off the bat, but the fact that the positions they chose to play, yeah, they chose to play the team support kind of thing, but they just left themselves way too open to Nothing coming up banana, and it just... That's what ended up losing it for him, is just because Nothing came up and he was able to take that one guy out, and just they ended up getting pinched, basically, and they put themselves in that situation.
You know, you bring up a good point, because one of the other things that you need to factor, especially during the pistol round, as it looks like they're going to go ahead and try to push up there towards that alt mid, but you really, whenever you look at it from a pistol perspective, is you can almost anticipate sometimes that they wouldn't end up buying kits. And so you can, as long as you're delaying as much time as possible, that's usually going to be enough when you're on the T-side pistol.
Yeah, absolutely. As we are going to see two frags already come in. There's going to be Shroud picking up another one. And now it's going to be Nitro coming in, dinks Nothing, but not able to pick up the kill. So Nothing down to 12 HP. And the two players remaining for Area 51, one of them is going to be, looks like he's going to be trying to QB sneak over towards B. That's going to be Arya just kind of sneaking his way in there. But Sean Gares is waiting. And his teammate over is Darky. And he's going to go ahead and go over. And there goes Sean Gares picking up Arya. So the sneak does not come in. And Darky's going to have 4 players to deal with and the bomb down in front of Sean Gares. So this, unless... And no, it's not going to be anything for Darky. But Sean Gares is able to pick it up, and now it's going to be 13-4.
Now let's go ahead and see exactly what they're going to decide to go ahead and do here. Remember, they did get the bomb planted in the first round, so we will see them buy here in this third round of the second half. And of course, they need every round that they can. And we'll see what the kind of the default set of how they're going to set things up here on the terrorist side. Already out of the gates, you've got Simphis, who has an op in hand. He's going to try to mimic exactly what Arya was able to do there in that first half. And 2 mollies come out, so that's going to slow things down. That's going to allow them to rotate and allow Simphis to get in a little bit of a better position here with this AWP. You can see he's got the cross. He did spot Disciple as he went past. And so now you've got 4 players, 1 on a quick rotate. That's going to be Hiko, as they decided to go and push up there inside of mid, able to take down Arya to kick things off. Disciple right there. And it looked like Simphis decided to finally click that time. He had multiple times where he crossed his crosshair there. And right now it's going back. You got Hiko able to pick up 1, spamming back out. That's going to be Sean Gares. Sean Gares picking up 3 in the round. And so now it's 14-4, and they're really in a tough spot now.
Yeah, and they're it's just about done and dusted unless they get some sort of super eco coming in here. And it looks like they are going to full save. At least nothing coming out as of yet. So maybe just do like a couple CZs. We're going to see Lawson pick up a CZ. And it looks like a majority of them are going to pick up CZs. We'll see what they have in store for us. No armor, so they are trying to buy this next round. So they are going to let it go to match point, and they're going to be playing for overtime. And boy, are they a long ways from that right now, as it is going to be a little bit of a pressure peak from Nothing in middle. Nothing's going to try and pick up 1. He does pick up Nitro, so already putting the man advantage in favor of Cloud9. Shroud is going to pick up 2 before Lawson is able to pick him up down at the end of Halls. So Lawson now, with his teammate over there in Apps, as all of Cloud9 has already rotated and pinched them in. And they are going to have 1 player, which is going to be Nothing, creeping up on the boiler. He's going to tag him up. Savage picks up Lawson, and now that 1 player is going to be Arya. and he's going to be trying to get out of apps, but he is not going to have any luck with his escape. He's just completely surrounded as the entire team closes in, and Semphis picks up the CZ frag, putting it to match point for Cloud9.
Yeah, there's just really nothing you can do at this point. Whenever you're playing against a team, in the end of the day, whenever you're that far down, no matter what type of competition that you're involved in, whenever you start to lose that many rounds, it starts to get, of course, to your mentality, your focus on what you're doing in the game. That's why we've seen some players trying to make some really silly decisions. You can see Hiko right there enjoying a game and giving a love tap there to his teammate before they start things off. I don't probably believe they thought that the taser was still useful whenever you're now that they've popped the party favors, but really is it going to make a difference as Simp is able to even things back up down to the 4-on-4. And again, we're just sitting here at game point, and it looks like Simphis is going to try to push back around. Now, they will not be over there towards that banana side, or that makes that Simphis is not checking towards banana right now. And they're actually leaving that B bomb site completely clear. It looks like Simphis has gotten drawn in. One of his teammates must have made a call out because now he's starting to pull back there and allowing Hiko to kind of hold down that area by himself. Hiko slowing them down, though, with that molly. As nothing will get taken down there by Lawson. That was Lawson who was lurking about over there towards that alt mid. He will finally fall now. And so now it's going to be down to this 2-on-3. As they're still just waiting, taking complete advantage of that round timer. And so now it's down to this 2-on-2. Shroud and Hiko going up against Darky and Disciple. Disciple's going to fall. Hiko just still inside the site and going to be right around the other side. And that's going to finish things off 16-4. Is going to be your final score there in favor of Cloud9.
Absolutely dominant performance from Cloud9, just from beginning to end, just walking all over Area 51 and just didn't allow them to get anything really started at all. I mean, they lost the first gun round, but after that, immediately just back on the horse, just taking every round they could, and they barely let them get into it at all.
They really, I mean, honestly, as we kind of break all that stuff down, I mean, as you look at it, it all started the way that Area 51, and they weren't playing the same game. I think Aria's on the same level as Cloud9, but the rest of the team, there's just a lot more that they need to put together before they can really start to combat and kind of match up against a team like Cloud9. I mean, in the end of the day, this is a team that's traveled around, that's had different chances, that's competed against the very best, and they're really that stature, that understanding that you already compete with the best really just makes a difference, and it kind of goes hand in hand there for Area 51 as they look at a team like Cloud9 saying, can we really compete? They do set them up on a pedestal, and having to compete against a team like that. Again, a huge shout out to Arya. I think he's an excellent player. He's an excellent opper. But really, it's a tough road whenever you have a matchup like that. I mean, I think we all probably seen that Cloud9 was going to end up taking it, especially those that went over to the CSGO lounge and made their bets. That's what we can kind of be happy for. Of course, I'm going to be calling it quits here in just a second, but really I'd like to thank all you guys for letting me hop on, though, and enjoy myself here and get the chance to be able to cast a game here and there. I know that David here from RGN, he asked me from time to time if I would like to cast, and really the reason why I cast is just because I enjoy hopping on and talking about Counter-Strike, and it just made sense for me. The fact that CSGO has been out for 2 years, and needed to hop on and cast a game before and get the chance to be able to do my thing.
Yeah, well, we love having you here. Thanks for joining us. Do you have any other shout-outs other than David before you dip out for the night?
No, man. I think the only thing that I've got to say is I've now been married for a little less than 2 weeks, and everything's still going good, so hopefully I can make it another week or so.
All right, man. Well, my name's Everest, and joining me tonight was Corey Dunn. We are going to be coming at you with another match here in a few minutes. I do not believe I know who my co-caster is, but Corey's going to be signing off for tonight. So just hang around, guys, and we'll have another one coming in for you real shortly.